Hey guys, this is Apollo here, and today I'm going to do a review of the Premium Bandai 1.4 scale high grade Blast Impulse Gundam. Alright, here is the Impulse itself in its Blast Impulse colors. Now, you guys are wondering, wow, it took you like what, 5 years to review this model? What the heck happened? Well, I know this is a bit kind of a weird answer, but it's just that back then I wasn't really into building P-Bandai kits really because I just want to keep them, just save until like I found a use for the future, which is the time now really because honestly I wasn't really into P-Bandais back then. Sure, I did get some P-Bandai kits on the way, but I decided not to build them because they're pretty much like valuable in a sense I would say, but only up until recently, though, just this month, I started to come up with this little theme on my Instagram, which you guys should follow because my Instagram has all my I'm very active on Instagram, so I've always post updates there, I post like polls there, I can post whatever almost a daily life in there if I put it simply. So like I said, I found I guess I highly suggest you guys follow my Instagram at rx782 Gundam. Yeah, I know I didn't the name, yeah, but you should just follow my Instagram because I'll be updating my stuff a lot on there, and I'm very active there. So if you guys want to chat, if you guys want to talk, want to communicate with me there, I highly strongly suggest you follow me on Instagram. But anyway, so that's one case. So here is the Impulse itself. Now, I know I think last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember. They released a real great Force Impulse, and people say that's a really good kit, and it kind of shouts out the high ratings in a way. I don't think this kit is bad. I would say. I'll explain later on when I do the review, but and my conclusion. So it's still a good kit. I mean, basically for high grade, revive high grade, it's pretty good. Now, very quick. All right, to the stickers. I mean, this is not too bad, I suppose. So first off, we get the oops, sorry, my bad. Okay, you've got the eyes, and the outline on the eyes, which is blue, was now red. You can't see it, but I had to paint that. You get the forward camera, back of the head. You've got the V on the chest, and then the yellow triangles on the knees, and I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. There's a missing tuning fin. Obviously, the Core Splendor attachment on the back, which I did not paint because I'm not bothered to paint that. And honestly, it's covered up by the silhouette pack, so I'm not really caring about this honestly. But yeah, I mean. The seam like any revive kit, there are some seam lines you need to clean. So the one major seam line I'm really not happy with is this down right here on the arms. Now they could just maybe put like another panel line here and maybe have a little piece that goes up top of here and maybe that would be solved for good. I know there's a seam line here, but that's to be expected. But this one they could have done better honestly. This one, well, you can put a panel line here, never fine, but I mean, overall, it's a solid kit. I mean, it's a fine kit. It is a good kit, and I'm not like in this review, I'm not gonna go through the transformation of the Impulse in different parts really, like chest flyer, the leg flyer, and all that stuff. I'm not gonna go through that because technically it does have that function, but it's not in the P-Bandai instructions, so I'm gonna leave that out for now. And I don't think I'm interested in transformation honestly, so I better skip that really. So for details, it's not too bad. Alright, for articulation, well, I mean, for revive, it's pretty good. The head is on a ball joint, and there's a hinge in the neck, so you can go up, look down that far. Yeah, if you're in transformation, that's very useful. So, okay. The arms, okay, the arms, they're not polycast, but they're on proprietary hinges. So, the arms can go that far. If you maneuver your own way, you can get the arms to go that far. The arms just rotate on the ball joint, and then there is a rotation below the shoulder. Double joint elbow, ball joint wrist. The torso. Okay, torso. It's not like a ball joint here. There's a hinge here and there's a ball joint here. Basically, if you just take it out, you can utilize the leg flyer and chest flyer function. But I'm not gonna do that. So there is an air crunch somewhat, and a hinge here, and then the torso can rotate. Front skirts are motor so step in like I do. Side skirts are on a hinge, and swivel doesn't move that much, really, from up and down. Back skirts doesn't move. The hips, they're on that same revive hip tilting mechanism. No, it just does a job, I suppose. The legs can go for it. That far? Nothing back at all. If I can If I can do it. Okay, I believe. Okay, that it can go that far before the script pops off. Rotation hip, double joint knee. Okay, now this just since it has the transformation to like fire mode. You have to bend the top joint first, then bend the second joint. Because if you don't, it's not gonna bend all the way. So it's like I'm trying to bend the joint a little bit more. Yeah, that's the furthest you can bend, so you can go bend all the way. And then the ankle armor is on a swivel, and then the ankle can move front and back pretty far. I'm pretty sure that's for transformation. There's a ball joint on the foot, and then toe can bend. That's again that's for transformation. So articulation is pretty good. I mean, for a high grade revive at first time, it's still good. I mean, even to this day, I feel that first the high grade impulses, the high revive impulse, not too bad. Our accessories, well, first off, for you only get you get into 2 holding hands. Kind of sucks, but whatever. You can always buy hands separately if you want. But anyways, okay, so let's go on to the basic armaments the Impulse always has. You have the beam rifle. There's also the sticker for the scope and this red sticker here, white here, red here, but I decided not to put it on because it looks fine though. I mean, I could repaint it, but it doesn't really make a difference here, honestly. I mean, the Impulse can hold it in the hand like so. Like that, and then the scope can move and the handle can move if you want. And if you want to store the rifle, you can actually there is a, if I can get that back on, there we go. Okay, there is a hole in the backpack, the back skirt, and there is a peg on the rifle. Just peg it in like so. There we go. So yep, the rifle is stored onto the back skirt, which I'll pretty much do most of the time because you know what, you know the reason why. If you obviously know the reason why I'm putting the back skirt. And next you got the shield, which is in compact form. You can parts form it to make it in the open form, but no point really because I mean I don't remember the blast impulse deploying shield. It's I think the only time you would see it deploy is when you use the force silhouette. So and there's a adapter here. You can choose it put on the side or the back. I have to choose it on the side, so you just put it in like so. Yep. Okay. Now oops, and yeah, the rifle doesn't hang on to the back that well, so to be careful, I suppose. So I mean, yeah, I try back in it, but it falls off sometimes, so it's not that good. Okay, so that's the main armaments for the Impulse itself. Now you also do get a non-transformable core splendor. Again, I did not paint it because I don't bother with like these kind of things on high grades really. If they really transform or if they have any function, then yes, I'm probably gonna paint that. But if you want like a proper core splendor, I suggest you get a real grade, I suppose. And oh yeah, I forgot. You also get like if you're transforming the chest flyer, which is not mentioned in instruction, you can use these to use these adapters to make it fly around. But there's no point really, honestly. Alright, so the main attraction itself, I suppose, you also was waiting for is the blast silhouette. Here's the silhouette flyer. Again, I did not paint silhouette flyer because again, I'm not bothered to use it, and you won't be using this most of the time. So to tag it onto the Impulse, you just take the silhouette flyer off. You just rotate the cannons around like this, and these are their ball joints. So. And then, wait, if I could just give it real quick. Alright, there we go. So, there's a peg here. There's a hole in the back. Just peg it in like, if I can do it. Oh, let me adjust that real quick. Okay, see if it works. Okay, you just peg it in like that. There we go. So there we go. There is the Blast Impulse Gundam. So pretty cool. I mean, I feel like it. So an articulation for the backpack. Okay, they're on polycap ball joints here, pretty tight and which is good, I suppose. So they can go up and down. They can rotate around. I mean, do everything like a ball joint does. So I'm not gonna explain much here, but you get the point. All right. So now for the accessories with the blast silhouette, you do get the missiles. I think the missiles, I can't remember, but missiles you can just flip them forward. If you do want to say forward, it is back heavy, so do be careful. And then you do get the railguns. Now, this is one problem I really don't like about the blast silhouette itself, really. Now, these railguns, I mean, yeah, if you want to deploy them, just pull them down like that. Simple enough. But there's one problem I don't like about this kit. You know, they're hollow on the top. I mean, it's a high grade, I do understand, but this is really ugly. I mean, I'm sure you can feel it putty, which I'll probably do if I want to paint this kit in the future. But yeah, they could just sandwich two pieces together and just put the red piece in here. I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind paying more for this really, but yeah, what you gonna do? And then you do have the beam cannons, which you know, you can, if you want the impulse holder, you can just swing it out like that. And then there is a handle here. Just flip it out, and then you just let the blast impulse hold it. So that's neat, I suppose. That's fine. And also there's one gimmick I kind of forgot, which I did not know until I actually built this kit. So this compartment opens here, and you can see there's a little. Okay, sorry. You can open this part here, and you notice there's a little. If I could focus that, there's a little beam javelin. Like you can't pull it out, but there's a little beam javelin compartment that, like detail in there if you want to make the impulse grab the beam javelin. So you can do beam javelin. Here it is. Pretty long, and the beam effect. Beam effect is fine, I suppose. I mean, it's a beam javelin, so I expect. So just put in the hand like so. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's not that. Okay, if you put it here, it's fine. Like it's sort of thicker here, but in here it's a little bit, it's thinner, so it's not that good. But I mean, you know, if you can, the blast impulse dual wield it, so I guess well, if I can do it, can you do it, please, pretty please? Yep, there we go, something like that. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's it for accessories. I mean, not a lot. I mean, this is what you get for the basketball. This is what the basketball comes with. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yes, another hollow gap is right here. I think that's because they reuse the pieces for each side. It's the same on each side, but they could like put a little piece that covers up. But yeah, what you gonna do? So again, okay, that's accessories. Not a lot. I mean, the best impulse is known for his bombardment for this backpack, but other than that, I mean, for accessories, it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, sure, they're not as good as compared to like the real grade when it comes to like the decent and everything, but you know what, it's fine. For high grade, I'm perfectly fine with that. Or for comparison, so I bring in the Grande itself, the Beyond Global. Yeah, impulse is slightly taller. I mean, without the backpack, I think. Oh, just real quick. Okay, without the backpack, I would say yeah, the impulse is slightly a little bit taller, just by a little bit, really. And of course, I should bring another grunt from its same timeline as the impulse, the Dagger L. Yep, Dagger L is, I think Dagger was slightly taller, I suppose. Hold on. Oops. Yeah, they're almost the same height. I think Dagger L goes by a little bit. Yeah, so review. Alright, that's a review of the P-Bandai High Grade Blast Impulse Gundam. Now, okay, let's put it out of the way. I know many people are onto the real grade to say because it's kind of like a better kit, superior kit in the high grade. But honestly, to be very honest, I mean, I don't really see like the high grade impulse, the Revive impulse being a inferior kit, because it does have its pros and cons, unlike the real grade. Sure, the high grade is like. No, well, I mean, it's not as detailed and more gimmicky compared to the real grade, but I would say it's still a good kit. I mean, I built the high grade impulse, and I say it's not a bad kit actually. So, I would say if you can, well, I mean, if you want, it's honestly up to you really. But I personally, if you want to play around with kit more, then I suggest you go for the high grade. But if you want something that's more detailed and you're probably not gonna play around with, then go to real grade. Okay, let's go on the review. So let's go on the other way. So, all right. So details, well, I mean, it's a high Revive, so it's to be expected. I mean, the colors are all there, but seam lines are kind of an issue in this kit, really. So if you want to paint this kit, you have to be prepared. Articulation is good, so as I'm not gonna say here. Accessories, well, the main attraction itself is the best silhouette and the beam javelin. The rifle and the shield, not so much really. But yeah, overall, do I recommend this kit? Like I said, it depends. Like if you feel the high grade is, well, I mean, if you feel the high grade is cheaper and you want something more to play around with, I say go for the high grade. But you want something that's more, detailed, very solid, and more bang for a buck, I say go for the real grade. But like I said, the high grade doesn't, just because the real grade is better doesn't mean the high grade is far inferior. It does have its pros and cons. So I would say yeah, it's still a good kit. I highly suggest you recommend get it. And my turntable is not turning for some reason, but whatever. So yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for watching this review, and stay tuned for my videos. Peace out.